We good?
Let's do it.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the third episode of the Fantasy Island Fantasy Football Show. Today we have Read Your Auction Room. All right, it's pretty important and vital to owning and winning your draft. Read those motherfuckers. How do you identify their tells? How do you take advantage of those? All right, we're gonna get into it. We have a few topics or suggestions for today's show. It is the first round nominees. Okay, so we're gonna dive into that. The bid up guy. Every league has one of those guys, and they're annoying as hell. All right, so how to burn them so they stop. They just chill out. We have smoke screen. How to identify those smoke screens and how to take advantage of them. Mike's gonna cover it, and we have know the tendencies going into the draft. All right, these are your friends. You've been in these leagues years, right? What are their tendencies? What to pay attention to? We're gonna get into it. All right, so that first one, that first round nomination. What to pay attention to? Pay attention and see if someone is nominating a player and then making winning bids for that player. Okay. If somebody is nominating Ashton Genty, all right, and they're making a $45 bid, a $50 bid, right? If they're getting up there, if they're making bids that will win that player and draft that player, then odds are throughout the draft that's their strategy. They're going to nominate players that they want, and they're going to go after those players that they nominate. Okay, and obviously you're going to have to read the board. Okay, everything plays out differently. That's the beauty of auction drafts. Okay, but odds are they're going to keep that same strategy throughout the draft, and you can bid them up for the players that they nominate because they're going after players that they want.
And that's true. And another beautiful thing is people don't change our tendencies.
Mhm.
So if they do it one year, they're going to do it the years after. And so you just got to remember that, keep track of that, and you could use that for the rest of the league history because you'll be able to just know what these guys are thinking as they're thinking it.
And one thing that I do, and that is great. If you're able, honestly, I don't know if that is great. I don't know what people nominated last year. So,
Yeah.
unless you got photogenic memory. What is it? What am I saying?
Photographic.
Photogenic photographic memory. All right, then maybe so. But what I like to do is I put everybody, everyone's name. Okay, so we have 12 teams in our league. Put everyone's name. Just put a little check. Just a little check right by their name. Did they go after the player? Did they not? Check if they did. Nothing if they didn't. Okay, so that'll let you know for those future nominees if they're going to go after the player. All right, no, it's a great point. And then we have the bid up guy. Okay, every league has the bid up guy, and he is annoying as hell, and he is just constantly bidding you and other players up throughout the entire draft. Okay, burn him,
Mm-hmm.
burn him. You've got to burn him. Okay, if you let them bid you up and you say that other dollar because you want that player, and you just continue to let them get those small victories, they will continue to bleed your wallet and budget.
No, definitely. Yeah, you want to stick them with the overpriced player. You want to make sure you do that early too in the auction, right? Get them out early, put them in their place early, and that way you could save the cash later in the auction for the middle and later rounds.
That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, if you're sticking it to him in the 10th round, you already lost. You
Yeah.
already fucking lost. Okay. Identify that person early, and how do you identify them? They will fucking tell you. In that first round, they will bid probably three, four players up. Just a buck, and then they'll be out. They'll say 31. Oh, someone says 32. They're like, yeah, I'm out. They didn't want that player. Okay. Let them have a player. All right. And again, if this is someone that you want, a player you want, and you think it's a good price, then go for it. Whatever. Let them bid you up a couple bucks and they'll be out and you get your player you want. That's more important. All right. But if it's a player that you're really unsure about, T fucking Higgins, I don't want him. Wide receiver two for wide receiver one money, absolutely not for me. No thanks. All right. If somebody comes in and says 30, I am dropping out. If they think they're going to bid me up, I'm at 27. They say 28, I'm out and I'm leaving them with them. That's another roster spot taken up. That's 30 bucks out of their budget. And I'm going to live to see another day. Another down. Play to see another down. All right.
Right. And if you get real lucky, you could even get them saddled with a position that they don't need two in. So you get
Yep.
tight end the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's really gonna hurt them.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. That if they get that cocky and they already have a quarterback and they're bidding somebody else up on another quarterback, oh fuck that. They let them have it. Let
Let
them
them
they
back.
can only play one unless you're in super flex and they're going then don't pay attention to this and they're going to go for higher, right? But if you're in one quarterback leagues, which most are, yeah, let them have two quarterbacks. They can only play one, and if they try to trade you, they're stuck.
Yeah,
What? No, they have no leverage. They have no leverage.
giving pennies
Oh,
on the dollar.
yep, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, and then we have smoke screen. So, Mike, what do you got for that?
Yeah, so this is really protecting yourself from these same strategies, right? So this is not letting other people in the league know what you're going to do, who you want, how you bid, and this is changing different things. One thing I love doing is inviting some people in the league to a mock draft because most people don't realize that this is a great tool because you can see who they want. They'll tell you who they want. Now you don't
Yeah.
have go for you who you want. You want to go for the worst team you could possibly go for. Make them think that you want some people that you have no desire to have. But you can pay attention to what they get. And from there you could use that in the actual auction and rack up the cost and bid them up a little bit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If someone's agreeing to do a mock draft with you and they're in your league, um, one, they're a dumbass, okay? But two, absolutely, you leave that draft with the worst team assembled, okay? You are spending $70 on Jonathan Taylor. You are going at those players that you absolutely do not want. You are going to heavy at them. Yeah, you don't. And
Yeah.
if somebody asks you to do a mock draft, I mean, I guess you say yeah, and you just do that. Normally I'm like, fuck no, I'm not doing a draft with you. But yeah, I guess you just do a draft and you just
You can usually get one. It's usually 12 people league. One of
yeah,
them.
you can find a couple. You can find a
Yeah.
couple. Okay. The other thing, know those tendencies going into the draft. All right. People people don't change. All right. Mike alluded to this earlier. They normally don't change. All right. If someone graduated from Texas or wherever, right, and they go after UT players, they're going to continue to. All right. There's not many. I don't think is there any good UT players in the league. Jadion Blue. If they go after him, all right, they'll probably or if they're UT grad, they'll probably go after Jadion Blue, right? Let them go after him. Okay, let them get that guy. Bid him up, whatever, right? Have them spend more for the players that they want. We have a guy in our league who always goes after Josh Allen. Always. $50 for Josh Allen. We don't let him leave the draft without spending $50 on Josh Allen because we know that he will. He's a great player and he does great things. He ain't $50. He ain't $50, but this guy thinks he is. So you know what? That guy hasn't won shit, but he has won Josh Allen every draft.
That's right. That's right. And one thing I kind of love doing, bringing a bottle of booze or a weed pen to the draft and passing it around. Get these guys off their game. Don't partake yourself during it. Let them have all the fun. But yeah, get them out of their head. Get them out of their game, and that way you can really clean up the board there. Like
Dude,
one,
do you have them open the or is it like you said bring a weed pen, you're not partaking? Is it in the package? Are they opening it? Or are you coming
no,
like
you make it look like you're doing.
yeah, yeah.
They all start smoking up, but you just don't partake.
Okay.
One year we had a guy who already drafted Matthew Stafford. He went to go smoke some weed and he came back in. He nominated Matthew Stafford again.
Shout out my man Lou.
That's what I got Lou. That's right. It's a beauty of it. It's you get these guys off their game and then you can just clean up.
Oh,
It
that's funny.
makes it easier.
I don't know how we didn't penalize him either. That's a great point. That is a great point. I never thought about that because he was. I mean, my man was. I mean, he just literally went to go smoke and came back in and nominated a player he already had. Oh,
Yeah.
damn! That is shit that you will hear only here on Fantasy Island. You will not hear that on ESPN. We bring it to you first. Okay, get your league drunk and high, and you will own this draft. All right. Do that. Pay attention to the first round nominees if they're making those winning bids. Stick it to the bid up guy. Watch out for those smoke screens. Know the people's tendencies going into it. All right. Josh Allen, $50 a year. All right. With
Right.
that, our third episode wrapping up. We'll see you guys next time.
See y'all.
Peace.